Hello guys and welcome back to this channel. So today I'm quite busy, but I just want to brush through what's happened with the 714 method today. Obviously I know a lot of you guys who have already executed a trade on it. So within this zone right here, which is the 714 method zone, we are in a downtrend. Of course, if we're in a downtrend, we look forward for an upward push, right? We look forward for a buy, we don't look forward for sells. Now obviously when you look closely, you realize that we did have another block right here. Price swept through it. That's why it's always good for you to wait for a reaction before you execute your trade. After that, there's another order block which price actually tested very nice, but also it swept through it. Now it's left with only two levels. One, our fair value gap, two, this, and the final boss, which is this zone right here. If you recall, I actually have a trade. I actually had a video on this right here, this trade right here. It was a marvelous trade. So this right here and that plus this, that's the only places that we need to execute our trade from, right? So price swept through this fair value gap as well, dropped back down to the last order block or the second to last, which is this zone right here. Price swept through it, but you can see that we retested it after pulling liquidity from this zone. So this order block now becomes valid. That's right there becomes a valid order block. What do? I wait for a reaction of buyers coming into the market, pull back, another reaction, I get into my trade. Remember, you don't always have to have that tip, or you don't always have to be the one being in that tip right here. No, you can always join the trade anywhere you want, so far as you know the direction of the move. So it's not really a big deal, right? I've told you guys the 714 method is one of the best strategies I use. I can trade this for a whole week and I'll not trade any other strategy, and I'm still going to be marvelously profitable, or I'm still going to be massively profitable, right? Because I know where it is going to go. So if I know it's going up, I'm just going to do what? Execute as much trades as I could. I'm going to execute bigger lot sizes and price will shoot all the way up to that zone right there. Now, currently, you realize that I executed two trades. So when price actually, look at this, when price actually broke through this high right here, we're having this rejection. You could have gotten out of your trade within the middle point of the trend, because this is what you are trying to catch, the last high right here. You could have gotten out of the first trade and you kept the second trade at what? Break even. Very, very simple. So until price gets to this high, if there's still time for price to shoot, or if there's still so much buyers in the market for price to shoot, then price will just shoot all the way up and will continue shooting all the way up, right? So it's very simple. The strategy is not hard. You just have to take your time. I've told you guys, never have a fear of what? Missing out, because there's always going to be a reason for you to execute. I could have executed a trade all the way down to the zone right here if we weren't in the 714 method. If I wasn't looking forward for buys, I would have executed this as well. But you see, it's always good for you to wait. Wait for what is going to make you profitable. Wait for what is going to give you a very good risk to reward ratio. And you execute your trade. You don't have to be in the trade at the tip. Now, if you actually wanted to do that, you could have also used this other block or this rejection right here. So you could have used this rejection and you would have been all right, because it's a very good rejectional zone. So you would have gotten a sniper entry. But sometimes price don't really come to these levels. So we don't really care about that much, right? But yes, that is just it. So I just wanted to update you guys on what happened today. Of course, I told you guys I'll start making videos on the 714 method again until you guys learn how to use it. Remember, you need to know how to analyze the chart at least a little bit for the 714 method to be easy for you to trade. Because if you don't know how to understand the chart, you don't know what is happening within the trend or the day, you might end up losing a lot, because even if you're using the 714 method, you might get things wrong, right? So yes, that is just it. So far, this is what we are currently having. Obviously, you realize that the daily candle shot all the way back down through its lows right here again, but ended up shooting all the way back up again. So there's a high chance that the daily candle might actually close in a buy, right? So the daily candle might actually close in a buy, which will signal series of buyers coming into the market. But if it doesn't close in a buy, we'll have a rejection, which will probably just drop into this lows right here. But yes, that is just it. I just wanted to tell you guys what is going on with the 714 method. So this right here should be my first TP. Remember, if price did not get to this, I'm getting out of one trade and leaving the second trade for what price to either push through or reverse back and pick me either at break even or in profit within these zones right here. That is just all you need. You don't have to stress yourself. Just understand what is going on and trust me, you're going to be in a lot of profit. Yesterday I said it. The 714 method is one of the best strategies that I've ever used, right? And it's one of the best strategies that I teach to my students because it's a good strategy. It moves very, very good and it's very, very good as well. See you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.